You're telling me you Googled the number, but where did you get the number?
It was on like on the inside of the door. You could kind of see it in the picture. So I just Googled the number to double check to see what it was for,
Okay.
and then
So it says space for rent, and there are apartments above this area, are there?
yes, I believe so. Yeah.
So it may or may not, but it's inside the actual laundromat space.
Yeah, so the door was locked, but yeah, it's inside the laundromat door.
The laundry is closed down.
Yes. And for a while, I think,
Is this
according to the
place down in the
locals.
basement? So we don't really know what the infrastructure looks like or any of that.
No.
Okay. All right, let's see what we can see. Rather than go through some academic exercise and talk to you about what we need to find out, I'll call the number. Here we go. No need to spend energy repeating myself.
Thank you for calling the Brusco Group, located at 163 New. Our office hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time.
I do.
For management, press 4.
Your call is being transferred.
Asset management.
Yeah, hi. I'm looking at some commercial space in the city. Your number is inside the glass. I'm wondering who I talked to about a potential long-term lease.
That would be me. Which space are you looking at?
My name's Danny. Who's this?
This is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. There's a coin laundromat here. It's
Yeah, the space is still available. Do you have a client, or are you the potential client?
Why does everybody think I'm a real estate agent?
I don't. It's just most people that call in are agents, but if you're not, that's great. And the
Most
space
people
is
that
still
call
available.
can't speak the language. I think that's part of it. No, it would be for my partner and I. So I'm in the laundry business, Jennifer, and what I don't see here is whether or not that infrastructure is appropriate for us. Do you know how big the laundry space is?
It's around 1,800 square feet,
Oh, nice. Okay. And it's all in the basement?
and it's all in the basement area. It basically spans out to the door that you've seen all the way towards the end, where the restaurant is. So it's the entire basement space. It's beneath the condominium. Um, and yeah, there's a few steps going down, about 12 steps going down to the basement space. It's fully hooked up and vented. I'm not sure if it's up to code. I can't vouch for that, but it's vented and electrical is all set up for the units to be put in place.
Well, every time that I deal with this, no offense to you, but when I can't see what the infrastructure is, I have a few stores in the tri-state area, and I kind of know what I need to be looking at and looking for. However, we might be putting the cart ahead of the horse here. What's your asking rate on a long-term lease? And I'm talking 15-year minimum.
15-year minimum, the owner wouldn't agree to a 15-year minimum at this time, unless the numbers were right and you can prove stability in the market and so forth. So with the right resume, anything's up, but the asking rent is $6,000 per month, and increases are based off of, I guess, the time of signing, what the market is, and what the owner foresees as increases that are acceptable to him. Typically, they start off with 3% increases, but again, it's all case by case.
Let me give you a little bit of advice without even seeing the infrastructure. First and foremost, now, can we get to a 15-year term by doing 3 5-year options?
I think he would. Again, it's all case by case. You can present if you want to put in an offer for the space after seeing the space, doing a walkthrough. That's fine, but I can't make a judgment call as to what the owner would accept.
Right.
It's an option, of course. Everything's negotiable. You can
Well,
put,
sure,
he's not
but
just going to go off the phone
you're
and quote. and say, I'll give you a 15-year lease, and I don't even know your last name. So I think it's something that has to be discussed.
Oh, hey, hi, my name is Danny D'Angelo. I have 36
Hi,
locations in the
Jennifer
tri-state
Hernandez.
area. Uh,
Okay.
this is not a sales call, okay? I'm not calling out of a phone
No,
book.
that's
We've
okay.
been to the location. I don't want to waste your time or
Have you
mine. That's
seen the
why
inside?
I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Did you get a chance to go down? Excuse me.
Did I get a chance to get? No, I did not. I haven't seen the space.
Okay, you can schedule a walkthrough of the space. I'm at your convenience. I'm pretty close by, about 10 minutes away. So just
Is
a short
this
heads
an
up, I can
argument
meet
at this
you.
point? Because I got a few questions, if you don't mind.
No,
Okay, good,
of course.
good. So, yes or no on 15 years? We're saying we might be able. But here's the thing: no laundromat operator. If it's 1,800 square feet, I'm going to spend close to $200 per square foot on washers and dryers. Okay, I don't know how any other business works. Frankly, I'm not a dollar store where I bring in tchotchkes and try to sell them for double the value. I'm not a nail salon where I've got a dozen cousins who can come in here and work almost for nothing and make me money somehow. It's a laundromat. So that being said, I do need the long term because I'm not dipping my toe in the water, giving it a try. I don't like that it's in the basement because obviously folks are carrying their laundry up and down. It's not a massage parlor where they only need to bring their body in and out. That being said, I don't know if the infrastructure is there. Thirdly, no laundromat can survive in the city or otherwise at basically $3 per square foot, which is what your ask is. So if we're anywhere close to changing that, we can talk. Otherwise, I don't want to waste your time showing the property. I don't know whether or not the infrastructure is either there, but maybe I'm advising you, I'm telling you that a laundromat can't come in. You might have some newbie that says, oh yeah, that sounds great. I'm going to pick up gold out of the streets. The previous operator failed, left, did not renew the lease, did not renew the equipment for a reason. And sometimes they get priced out of the market. It happens.
Yeah.
So how negotiable is that lease rate?
Again, everything is based off of an application. I don't own it. Honestly, I show the space for the owner. I can't sit here and tell you everything's negotiable. With the right application, I'm sure he may consider a 10-year lease with maybe a 5-year
Okay,
renewal
I hear
option.
what you're saying.
That's
So
something that he could do.
how many laundromats does this? You say owner, I call them landlords. How many laundromats does your landlord have under his umbrella? How many stores with infrastructure?
The landlord open. He manages multiple properties in the neighborhood, and I think our tenants, because again they own and manage the property, so we don't operate any of the laundromats. We rent out the spaces to other to businesses, right?
Sure.
So that it's how successful.
If you rent a space, if you rent
space.
one space to a donut shop and you rent 30 other spaces to a donut shop, the answer would be how many donut shops under his umbrella would be 31. So all I'm asking is, if any, other than this one.
I believe it's 3.
Good. Okay.
Presently.
So he's got some experience with how good laundromat operators operate and how perhaps poor laundromat operators
Correct.
operate. Easy for me to say.
And we had both experiences within that space, I guess, in the last 20 years, because the first tenant was there for over 12 years, and they sold it to the other business that just, they rented the space during COVID.
Yeah.
And that's when they
well,
did
Jennifer, therein lies the problem. If you notice, I'm not buying anything because when these guys, and again, I'm just educating, when these folks buy this business, they end up flat on their face. And you can't blame COVID because people still had to do their laundry and the associations behind. Sorry?
No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't blame COVID, but that was their
the bubonic plague didn't kill as many people as the lack of cleanliness did, and no different with any modern disease. So we were not told in laundromats because, liquor stores remained open because they were essential businesses. Well, so were laundromats. All right, good. I'm going to have my partner Calvin reach out to you, and we're going to get in there and take some photos. At that point, we will likely send you a letter of intent and let you know whether or not this can work for us. And it's going to be a drastic drop in your ask, just to warn you. I don't want to give you a heart attack, but once you get the paddles working, you can call me back and we can talk about how we might be able to change that. Again, the The reason we need a lower rate is not because this is a bad business or because it's down in the basement. It's due to the fact that my debt service on equipment is astronomical. I'm spending 3 or 4 times the rent on a monthly check for that new equipment. And I renew my stores every 7 years. That's why I need a long-term lease. Jennifer, I like your style. I'm going to fire you off an email as well. What's your email address? I got
You're
it
the
the
king
first.
of laundry, right?
I got it the first time through. Say again.
JH.
Yeah, no, I got it.
At West.
Brilliant. Okay, I'll CC my partner as well. His name is Calvin. He'll reach out to you at this number. Or is there a better number?
For extension 14.
Perfect. We'll have a look and we'll let you know. Appreciate your time.
Okay, thank
Ciao.
you.
All right, there's a lot to unpack, Calvin, so let's do exactly that. First and foremost, we make a call, we don't get anybody. We leave a message. Store number 1. Store number 2, we make a call, we leave a message. Nobody bothers to return the call 2 or 3 weeks. Here, we call, nobody returns, then we call again, somebody answers. It's not luck, it's just the fact that these are kind of low on the totem pole folks. I think you understand that. Now,
Yeah.
first and foremost, what do you think about that interaction?
I kind of don't. I don't have like the heartbeat like you do, so I'm not really sure. But I feel like
Well, you think
I
something.
had to.
You do have a heartbeat,
Right.
and that's why, I'm not going to ask specific questions, but this is ongoing education, if you will. So I want to know what you think.
Right.
And it's not about, I'm not asking what you feel. That's a different
Right.
thing. My feelings toward politics, well, if you own a farm, you have a different feeling than somebody that lives in the middle of the city somewhere.
Right.
What do you think about the call? Use your brain.
I think it went okay. She seemed like she was gonna maybe not completely. Well, at least the owner didn't seem like they were open to like 15 years.
Don't start using the word owner like she did. Good God in heaven.
Right. Sorry.
We don't use that in our vernacular. There's a landlord, there's an operator. Then there's you, who is the client and or student. There's me, who is the knucklehead. When people say owner, I start to look around. What do they own? A glass of water, a pen,
Right.
a pencil. It's convoluted and confusing. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, it didn't sound like the landlord was open 15, unless like it was like a perfect situation, which we could be, but
You're absolutely right about one thing. You don't have the heartbeat that I do, and I think what you mean is the experience and the inclination to know what went down. Generally, overall, if I was explaining this in a sentence, I would say that Jennifer doesn't really know what she can get away with. Okay, and this is why we don't send emails to agents. This is why we don't text them. I want to rent the laundromat. Now, in this case, this place is shut down. You and I have no idea what's in that basement. It has a good footprint.
right.
Backing up even further, I get email. My clients put stores into the document who are working with me that have roll down shutters in New York City, Connecticut, LA, somewhere in between in other countries and all over the world. They have butcher paper put up, right? Or in this case, it's in a basement. What's my point? You can't see the infrastructure or lack thereof.
Right.
What I normally will say to the client is, I'm not going to call. I'm not going to make the call because the real estate agent is always going to sell us on something. They're going to tell us, just like she did. She said that I forget honestly the word she used. The causeway, the breezeway. She said something about the air or something, the flow. It was
fully vented.
Fully,
and like all electrical stuff.
You took good notes. Thank you. You are correct. She said it's fully vented. The reason I couldn't remember that, it's like a venti latte. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I need a large coffee.
Right.
When she said
I hate
fully
Starbucks.
vented, what she was talking about was the dryer vents. Okay.
Right.
So backing up even further, every time in my experience, every single time that we reach out to a store where we cannot see whether or not the infrastructure is there, the real estate agent will have a similar spiel. If you speak Yiddish, they'll say, oh, all of the infrastructure, that's the word we use, right? The infrastructure. She said fully vented because in her mind, she's probably seen it. There's roof penetrations, right? There's the ability, God knows where that venting goes to. If I look at your photos, I don't see the subway grates on the floor. I don't see any penetrations through the front of this building. And frankly, this looks like it was, this is 1940s New York. This could be a cigar shop or whatever else. Cleaners and Tailor, it says. Shirts, laundromat. Shirts done on premises. I doubt it. But to back up, when we see a filthy, nasty, dirty, disgusting laundromat with old, beat-up equipment, we're in love. Because we know behind that equipment is the infrastructure that we need. The gas, water, electric is there, right? When we start to pull elements away from that, such as the equipment's been removed, okay, well, you would think that makes it easier to see what we need. Is it there? Is the gas, water, electric? Are the pipes there? You don't have to be a plumber to know what pipes look like. And it's not shiny new copper. It's more like the Empire State Building. It's old and green. Oh, I'm sorry. Statue of Liberty. It's old and green, right? Remember when they redid the statue? You're probably too young to remember that, but we all thought it was going to look like a shiny new penny when they pulled the cover off. But I digress. New Yorker through and through. Wonder when they redid the statue. It's been a while. Nice gift from the French.
It's really
when the store is shut, people get excited. Oh, it's closed down. This is going to be a slam dunk. No, because now they want $3.33 a square foot for rent, right? That's what the landlord wants. Now, here I am educating this young lady. No, I didn't even know your last name. I said it. Did you ask? What the piss? Depends on credit. No, it doesn't. It depends on your background. It depends on your credit check. It depends on your credit. It depends on, that is not how we do business, period. Probably, you've seen my live YouTube calls. Probably 5% of these knuckleheads ask for your personal credit information prior to dealing with a lease. Now, let me ask you this. If you went to buy a new car and they stopped you at the door, steel shutters fall on both sides of you and you're trapped like you're in a jewelry store heist. Hey, slide your social under the door. We'll let you know which car you can afford. Would you shop there?
No way.
This is some sort of future utopia Charlton Heston movie that we're in, right? Send in the scoops.
Right.
Soylent Green is people, by the way. You wouldn't shop there, but if every dealership did it, then I guess we would all, like sheep, decide that we're going to have to slide our social under the door. I mean, it doesn't matter what T-shirt you're wearing when you buy a car. It doesn't matter if you pay cash for a $50,000 vehicle or not. It's none of their goddamn business. It truly is not,
right.
Nor should it be. But some landlords act this way. Oh, it's New York. It's the city. Oh, it's LA. Oh, it's the... Bullshit. Now, you notice I said, well, we're going to go look. We'll get to that in a minute. But we're breaking down this call. This is what people want to hear, okay? Somebody doesn't answer the phone for weeks and they finally do. All right, there's already a negative, in my opinion, against this person and this group and this entity and the way they do business. But here we are. Is it luck that she answers the phone? No. I don't even know who this is. Okay, kind of rude. She was rude. Would you agree?
Yeah, in the beginning. Those kind of...
Well, when I gave her a compliment as a male, female, when I said, whatever I said, I don't know, she laughed about it. She thought that was great. Whatever. I'm not picking her up at a bar. This is business.
Right.
So the minute Don't forget, landlords and their agents are used to running roughshod over potential tenants. And in the beginning, she said, "Are you calling for a client?" Only because I have a voice made for radio? Only because I speak eloquently? Only because I don't trip over my tongue like I just did and say, "Oh, I don't know what kind of, how much would the rent be, please? Can I have a nice lease?" That's what they not only prefer, but that's what they're commonly used to. No, I don't have a
Right.
client. It's me and my partner, Calvin. Now, gird your loins, my friend, because you might go down there and find that there's nothing but spider webs and bullshit down there. If they've cut all the copper out, we ain't doing it. That's why we
Right.
love the filthy, nasty, disgusting, smelly stores that have old equipment in them, because you remove the equipment. You don't call the city when you put a new washer in your house, right? And say, "Can I get permits?"
Yeah.
You unplug the thing and you put a new one in. It's a little more complex with a laundromat, but essentially the same. All the venting is there. Mystery basement laundromat, you call it, which can remain the name, or maybe we added Jenny's in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Jenny's Mystery Basement Laundromat. So now, this is unique, fun, and different. So what you are going to do, Calvin, is you are going to reach out to her. You are going to go have a look. Now, she might be the one to show you. She said she lives 5 minutes away. Good for her. She likely will be the one to show you, okay? You hired me to be your go-between, your in-between, your voice, your sword and shield, okay? So this is no big deal. But don't go get chatty with her and start talking to her about life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, or jumping over a tall building in a single bound. Just show up, wear a pair of sunglasses, I'm not kidding, because that's your shield, and go in there and have a look. Bring your camera. Bring a short ladder if you have one. Don't go buy one because it'll have a tag on it. And literally be the building inspector guy. Take a ton of pictures, throw them in the document, okay?
Sounds good.
What I am saying is, she might get chatty and want to talk. Who's Danny? Who are you? Should you wear a 3-piece suit and buy a brand new pair of shoes? No. It's the act as if, right? Quadrillionaires don't dress a certain way. You don't need to have a rollie on your wrist. Just go in there and have a look. I'm Danny's partner. Oh boy, he's a great. If she's in the background chirping and saying he's an aggressive guy, pretend like you got earphones on and they're turned all the way up or down, okay?
Got it.
You're Clint Eastwood. You're the man with no name. You got nothing to say to her. Play a role, okay?
All right. Sounds fun.
It's not. Take the pictures. Get the deal done with the photos, because I don't know what's down there. And and also on a personal note, don't lose sleep over this, because this is probably not going to happen. We're going to take them from $6,000. She said thrice, everything's negotiable. Have you ever heard that before? Of course you have. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone has. People that throw out these common nomenclatures, it's just ridiculous. Everything's negotiable. Why would you say that when she's on one side of the negotiation table and we are on the other? Never say everything's negotiable. There's certain things you just don't say. That's basically like saying, I want $10,000 for this car, OBO. Why do people write that? OBO. What does that tell you about the person selling the car? Is 10 grand the real price?
No. Of course not.
Or bullshit other than. See, this isn't something you've ever heard before because I just fucking made it up. Or bullshit other than. You're not going to give them 10 grand. That's just simply not the price. So why don't they just say, hey, I'd like to get 10,000, but it's a piece of shit. So something else. I'm going to forget that I said, or bullshit other. What did I just say? I forgot already. All right, Calvin, you might have guessed because I'm being so flowery that we're on YouTube Live right now. So stay with me for a minute and we'll talk to the people. You guys have any questions for Calvin about how he found me, where he came from, what the hell his problem is, how tall he is, whatever you want to ask, you can ask that through the top chat. And we're going to get the hell out of here in a minute. Starting with Wit. Danny, are hard mount front loaders better than soft mount? Yes. Soft mount, oh God. Soft mount front loaders, I should have an analogy for this. Residential machines, right? They were always top loaders, the washers, always. And then what? 20 years ago, they decided, let's make front loaders because they make people feel like they're more industrial. They're more better. They're going to do better washings. No. In a laundromat, in an industrial setting, top loaders are not mounted. That's what soft mount is bullshit. They're not mounted to anything. It's like your home machine, plugged into the wall, sitting on the floor. Whether the floor is wood, whether it's your basement or not, doesn't matter much. Front loaders are J-bolted into the concrete or bolted into bases which are bolted into the concrete. Why? Because front loaders do the work on the extraction process, the spinning, 6,000 RPM. The motor does the work when it spins the dirt. Top loaders are called agitators. Front loaders are called extractors. Calvin, if you're a piece of dirt, would you rather be extracted or agitated?
Extracted?
No, you want to stay in the clothes. You want to stay in the underwear where it's fun and warm. You want to stay in the uniform and go to school every day. You don't want to be extracted or agitated. Well, you want to be agitated because that just kind of pisses you off. Listen to the word, agitated. It's like putting a stick in a bucket and twirling it. I'm agitating my dog. If I extract my dog, he's been put to sleep. God, this is gold. Write this shit down. I'm kidding. About the second part. So, what's better, Calvin, according to this diatribe? A top loader or a front loader?
Front loader all day.
A front loader all day because it extracts the dirt. Okay. This is only the first comment. Are hard mount front loaders better than soft mount? The soft mount is a joke. They're not real. They don't do the work because they're not J-bolted in the concrete and they're not doing the thing. You walk into an industrial machine shop and you can smell oil. You know work's being done, right? You go into some guy's garage and he's got all the beautiful white cabinets and it's never changed any oil. It's just different. No work's being done. There's your answer. More answer than you needed. Devin, what's up, Danny? What up, Devin? Finished the course, currently scout. Look, he's got punctuation and everything. Currently scouting the city before we take the next steps with you. We want to be ahead of the curve before we start. You're wrong, Devin. I'm so excited about the comments today. Devin, stop thinking you need to come to my consultation after seeing the course with questions or with stores being scouted because, bro, that's wrong thinking. Feel free to interrupt, Calvin. You consult with me early. I can help you with that scouting process, talk to you about what you need to be looking for, etc. This thinking is common. I get emails. Hey, I finished the course. I'm going to do and then I'm going to consult with you. I'm going to get on the phone. By the way, you pay me a few dollars. You have my cell phone number for life. Calvin can attest to this. How was our first consultation, Calvin? One word.
Quick. For me, it was quick.
Well, fuck you. I was hoping to say
I mean,
relaxed.
I
I don't rush people.
I was convinced pretty early on, so I think our consultation didn't need to last very long.
Well,
probably not as long as so.
I don't know how long we spoke. I wasn't trying to lead you into an answer, but I have no idea how long I talked to you or how long I will speak to Devin, and I assume his wife because he says we, right? Or his boyfriend, I don't know, or his cousin or dad or whomever he's working with. Why is that I don't know how long we talked?
Because you don't have a, what's it called? You don't have a time limit, I guess.
Right. I don't look at the clock. It's not a concern for me.
Right.
Did the call feel like it was a sales call? Was I trying to lead you into something?
No, but again, like I was pretty invested right in the beginning because I originally sent an email trying to rush it through. So, but I slowly got the and then I got.
I won't apologize because that's common language. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't remember. But I won't apologize. I don't remember that. You know,
Right.
let me be honest. The consultation is what happens between seeing the course and being able to hire me to make calls like we just did. Okay, like we see all over my channel. And frankly, that consultation sometimes ends in me saying to somebody, you know what, this isn't right for you. This is not what you should be doing. And that might be a 40-year-old with 3 kids who still lives in his mom's basement, and you know he's just a mess, and it happens. And here I put on this counselor's hat, and I'm like, dude, the laundromat thing is phenomenal. It's the only idea or concept I have for you where serious, substantial wealth will be in your distant future, but it's not an immediate fix for your problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, do you need to be 50 plus years old and have 100 grand in the bank? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's the typical setup for people that buy laundromats. And they're looking at other YouTube channels and they're saying, oh, I'm going to buy one. I'm astounded how many people that I consult with, they've ended up that far. They see the course and I say, hey, have you looked at any other, YouTube stuff about laundromats? And oh yeah, I was looking at this for years, and then finally, Danny, you popped up on my feed. Okay. It's not a battle over information. It's just that I'm right and they're lying to you. That's all. I think you understand that. Jesus, we're 2 comments in. John says, I'm looking for spaces in Minneapolis. Lots of well-run stores with newer equipment. Some of these operators must have taken your course. I don't know if you've taken the course, John. Let us know. Help me out, Calvin. What's he doing wrong?
He's probably searching on Google Maps as opposed to
I love
just going straight.
Well-oiled students like you, Calvin. John, you're doing it wrong. Okay. John, if I say, hey, Siri, show me laundromats near me, I'm going to get the laundry list. Okay. But those stores, I assume John hasn't seen the course. I know John is not a quote-unquote fan. I can ask Siri for the nearest Walmarts, and I'll get the list. And I'm happy because there's one a mile from my house. I can go there and buy my underwear. When I ask Siri for laundromats, I'm going to get the good ones. And that's we're guessing, but we're probably right. Calvin is parroting what he knows from my information. Thank you, Calvin.
No problem.
There are tons of shitholes all over Minneapolis, bro. You're doing it wrong. Because when you look at the Google-nator, you're going to find stores that are okay. And the very fact that they are adverting on Google, the very fact that they're on Yelp, on YP.com, they're decent stores. And so when you walk them, you'll find them. What you need to do is different. You need to do the FBI grid pattern search. You need to drive around. How do you find closed spaces? Looking for Google only lists currently open businesses. Same guy, same John. John, the preponderance of the laundromats that we take over are not closed. It gets people like Calvin excited because, oh my God, it's going to be. They want $6,000 a month. Ain't going to happen. Is anything other than the roof penetrations there? Probably not. Juan says, holy shnikes, I made it to a live. Well, congratulations, Juan. That and a nickel. Louise says she was very aggressive. My kind of girl. The ex-Devin is back. John, looking on Google is your problem. Oh, see, here we go. You guys are getting ahead of us. Noah says, hey, Danny, glad I hired you to negotiate for me, waiting for the next step as I'm anxious to be the next one on the other side of that phone. I know it's a marathon, not a sprint. Your words, Noah. Well, Noah, when you pay me a few bucks, you get some emails dropping into your inbox, and then we do the thing. John, have you taken the course yet? Says Alex, like we're saying. Amco Insurance. Okay, that's nice, Danny. Danny the goat. Thank you, sir. I know what that means. It means I eat anything and I shit in the woods. Noah says, Scout, put the info into Google Docs and text him, ready for the day. That's somebody else telling Noah. John, JJ, he says he goes by JJ, going through the course for the second time now. Well, Jesus, John. Click the button. Let's get on the phone, dude. I'm not doing anything this afternoon. Alex says, that's answered in the course. It basically says you have to drive around. Most of the nasty, disgusting, and down locations have given up and not on Google. Correct. They're doing no advertisement. And you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for that service to be on Google. It's free, but they haven't even done it because they've given up. Amco Insurance, I don't know your name, bro. Got my Laundromat for free. Danny, don't need the refund. Danny, I owe you. Okay. This is maddening to me. This looks like a setup. This guy who's hiding behind Amco Insurance, whoever that is, do I know you? Did you email me? What did I do? How did I help? All you other people, stay off. I'm going to reset my phone, and I'm going to forward my toll-free number. All you other people, step. Amco Insurance, what's your name? Who are you? Amco Insurance, call me on toll-free, 888-848-2663. Everybody else on here, do me a favor and don't. That's the office toll-free, 888-848-2663. Amco, call us. Be on with Noah and I. Sorry, Calvin. I love spending time at my laundromat, AK Washateria, helping customers, getting to know people from all over the world here in my laundromat. Okay. See, I don't think this guy's full of shit, but I'm either calling somebody out or somebody's going to call me up and we're going to get some detail. Zach, Danny, did you sell your laundromats? Yeah. I didn't sell my laundromats. I sold an empire, including some strip malls and some dirt and some parking lots that I acquired as that stone rolled along. Waiting on you, Amco. Oh my God, Danny, do you still shoot? Come on. About 3,000 rounds a month, yes. Looking for another machine gun for one of my Humvees. Noah says, already scouted David, waiting on the Google documents, appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. JJ, thumbs up. David, thumbs up. We're giving you 10 more seconds here, Amco. We're all excited. 888-848-2663. While we're waiting, Calvin, tell me about your journey in finding Danny. Why laundromats? Why Danny?
So I kind of got sucked into the whole laundromat craze, probably just like a lot of people did in like the last year or two. Like I got sucked into the whole YouTube with I already forgot him because I haven't seen him since I joined you. But
what does he look like as person?
Investment Joy.
What's his first name? Come on. Oh, wait a minute. The toll-free number is a ringing. Let's see what we got. You got Danny. Hello. Please tell me this. Hi.
Danny?
Yep.
Hey, what's going on?
Is this the Amco Insurance?
This is.
Good.
You should know me as Lovato. It used to be under Lovato under YouTube.
Well, I'm sorry, dude. Don't remember. You sound like you have a giant smirk on your face.
I sure do. A big fan of yours.
You also sound nervous. It's like you're calling in to Howard Stern or some shit. Relax. All right, so say hello to Calvin. Calvin, say hello to, I don't know your first name.
Dennis.
Dennis?
Yes.
Okay. Dennis, you're killing me. You got a laundromat for free.
I usually deal with Nigel.
Okay. You got a laundromat for free.
Sure did. And I'm actually about to get my second one for free.
Okay. Where are you located?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. What's your first name?
Dennis?
Oh, you said that 2 seconds ago.
I sure did.
You all right, Dennis?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How did I help? What did I do for you? If I helped at all?
You basically laid the foundation of what I needed to do. You know, I watched you on YouTube about your course, and then I went over that DVD over and over and over and over. I even asked you for the DVD when I first got your course, and you're like, "Why do you need the DVD?" And I was like, "I just want the DVD."
I'm an asshole, huh?
Nah, you're cool. I get it. You know, nobody has DVD players anymore, but I still wanted it. I never even watched. I never even opened it.
You're an asshole, it turns out. Because you want this, dude, people want this thing. By the way, we're redoing the website right now. The website's 15 years old, and I don't care. I think that, well, Calvin certainly knows this, and Calvin, keep your mouth shut, but I don't do this for money. I don't consult for money. I don't charge enough to do it for money. I do this because of my hatred for the industry, really. Because these people, I've got, I don't know, a dozen videos on my channel where people have purchased laundromats and they got destroyed. It's terrible. Why do you think, either of you can answer, Dennis, Calvin, why do you think that happens over and over and over again? Why? Jesus.
Why do people get this buying laundromats? Is that the question?
Why do people buy laundromats for $300, $400, $1 million that are just dogs that aren't making money, that haven't made money in years? Why do they do it? Why does this proliferate?
They probably fell into I guess my original trap, just seeing it on YouTube, and everyone's just collecting all this change, and they work twice a week or something like that.
The people that buy these places aren't big YouTubers, okay? Here's the thing. It goes way back to this. This is a 30,000-foot view. They don't know anything about laundromats because they've never stepped foot in one. That's the oddness, right? People buy McDonald's franchises. I'm like, did you fucking try the hamburger? It's dog shit. But yet they sell billions, right?
Right.
People can, thank you, Jesus. People continue to buy laundromats because they know nothing about the business, period. Nothing. Haven't even ever been a client. If I'm going to buy a burger joint, I'm going to go in and eat the burger and say, oh, God. Still see the marks where the jockey was hitting it. Tell the chef this is low-grade dog food. Oh, I tell you. Oh, you guys are killing. I got two of you on the phone, right? Hello? You both still here? Come on, be an audience.
I'm still here.
Oh, thank God. So with little more than the course in Houston, Texas, Dennis, you went out and found a store. How much is your lease rate? Dennis, what are you paying in rent? Dennis.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What are you paying in rent? Are you at the grocery store?
No. I'm at the laundromat right now. $1.70 a square foot.
Why? Why are you paying almost double what you should be? How did the negotiation go?
I didn't use you to negotiate it. I wanted to do it by myself. I should have. I could have got it less.
How many months of free rent did you get?
3.
I'm not here to beat you up, Dennis. You paid nothing for the store. Who did you talk to? The landlord or an agent?
The landlord.
What was he like?
I like I said, I watched the course a couple of times, so I knew what to do. I thought I was gonna.
Your phone service sucks ass at your laundromat, Dennis.
Yeah, I'm on a cordless phone right now. I called you from the laundromat. That's what.
Cordless. Well, go stand next to the fucking base. Help us all out, okay? This is live.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Dennis.
I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use you for the second one, though.
Sure,
Danny.
you are. Totally up to you. You probably should.
I got the link. I got the link already.
So you tried to save a few dollars. You don't have my cell phone number. That's your next step. But I'm not here to fucking sell you anything, dude. We're here to talk to the masses about what you did. Why in the hell are you in your laundromat right now?
I was working on some machines.
Okay, acceptable. I will allow that. You were working on machines and watching a live YouTube video at the same time.
I sure was.
Now we've got
Working on some
now
tech.
we have the two of you laughing. Finally, thank you, Jesus.
Had to change out some belts and valves.
Calvin, let Dennis have it, please. Tell him what he did wrong.
I didn't hear what he said.
He said he paid $1.70 a square foot with 3 months of free rent.
I guess you probably could have negotiated for lower,
Yeah.
and probably
Look,
should hire.
Oh, I know
Dennis,
he could have.
Dennis, you signed that
I'm
lease.
still afraid of it.
You signed that lease. Now, you stop me and correct me if I'm wrong. You signed that lease at almost twice what you should have because you were excited about owning a business.
Correct.
What people don't understand is the preponderance of what I end up doing with these folks, with my clients, with my students. You're a student when you see the course until you become a client. Now, what I do with Calvin, what I will do with Calvin is I'll tell him, we're not going to sign this lease for $1.70 a square foot. That ain't going to happen. No. I have, in my 20-year history, had people mosey away. I never hear from them again. I'm not going to call, text, write, ask them where they went. And I find out later that they went and signed a lease for too much. I will talk about failure. The previous operator fails, and people say, well, then how's it still a good business? Because they bought it, because they bought the equipment wrong, because their lease was too high. Those three things will cut your $30,000 a month margin to nothing. Let me ask you a qualifying IQ question here, Dennis. And this is a market IQ, okay? What is the average commercial lease rate in a 10 square block radius where your laundromat is located? What is the rate?
I wouldn't.
You don't know. That's what a realtor or the landlord that you dealt with would put to you. Oh, this is the market rate. This is what we get. But bro, there's so much of this that is feelings. I just talked to Calvin about what you think, what you know, and what you feel. Those are three different things. And your feelings got involved because you said, I want to own a laundromat. I want to make all that cash. You were green with excitement and envy. All of this is biblical. Money is not the root of all evil. It's the love of money. The 7 deadly sins go back to all the shit that will harm you. Coveting thy neighbor's wife, that's my favorite. Luckily, I don't have any neighbors. I like when people covet my wife. All right, I digress. Listen, are you saying, Dennis, that you are going to be consulting with me?
199%.
There is no such thing as anything more than 100%. Don't ever say it. They hire people to go on the news and they say 1,000%. No such thing. I'm no mathematician. I got to pick on. Don't LOL and don't say 170%. Dennis, I am not in any hurry to hear your voice again, but let's be honest, you need my help. And when we get on the phone, we're going to talk first and foremost about what you did, what you are doing, how you might be able to change your current existing situation. Have you retooled that store?
Not yet.
Why?
All the machines are running.
Great. And your dumb ass is there fixing them. So
Yeah, you're right.
you sound like a young man. How old are you?
39.
That's young. You're just...
Yeah, but you know what? YouTube has helped me learn how to work on these machines, and I kind of like. I'm into cars and tinkering with stuff, so it kind of
That's
transitioned
adorable.
over to working on these.
That is so cute. And you know what? Tinkering on a car in your fucking driveway, turning a classic into a thing of beauty, is very different than dragging your ass into Jiffy Lube every day and changing other people's oil for an hourly paycheck, okay? You have don't you fucking forget this. You've turned yourself into the Jiffy Lube guy. Very quickly, changing the oil in those washers and dryers is going to become a real pain in your neck if it hasn't already. Don't kid yourself.
Enjoying it right now.
Okay, don't kid yourself.
I know.
Show me a guy that's banging a supermodel. I'll show you a guy that's cheating. Yeah. Stay happy. Understand, you need to look at a drawing board and say, how am I going to own 30 stores if I'm fixing old equipment in one? Never. Understand how wrong it is when you're in there. Hey, salt of the earth, Danny, how dare you say that?
No, I'm with you. I agree.
Oh, okay.
I definitely need your help retooling. I definitely need your help negotiating future leases.
We're going to talk about how you're going to get a 0% retool, 100%, because people don't know these tricks. I just talked to a guy yesterday. We talked about how I rolled in and bought a brand new car for $500 over invoice, knowing no one there. Oh my God, it's amazing. Wow, how did you do that? I can't do that. I don't have the gift of gab like you do. I could teach anybody how to do it. The right salesman, the right day of the month, the right conditions. There's no luck to it. So deflated, the guy on the other end of the phone. I just bought a new car. Okay. How'd you do? Did you talk about payment? Why would you talk about fucking payment on a new car? They're trying to tell you, how much can you afford a month? $300. Okay. They're going to sell you an 87 Toyota Corolla for $394,000 because your payment's only $300 a month for 450 months. But it's going to be $308 because that's only a cup of coffee. It's all the things that they say. All that matters is the price, and it's the same with the equipment that you, Dennis, are going to buy. Couple more questions. David says 70 cents too much. Any TI money, Dennis? Dennis, any TI money? Did you get any free money?
No.
We all collectively hate your guts right now, Dennis, because you tried to save a few dimes and now you're losing dollars. Did you mention how much free rent did you ask for?
A year.
You asked for a year. What's the landlord's first name?
Shabar.
Shabar. Shabar is an Arab horse trader, the kind of guy that always has to be right, the kind of guy that I love to deal with, the kind of guy that everybody's afraid of. How many strip malls does he own?
I know of 2.
Intimidating guy, right?
Yeah.
You asked for 12 months of free rent, and he said, "Oh no, I never give more than 2, but I give you 3."
He said he didn't give any at all.
I never give any. I never heard of free rent. Abatement, my ass.
I had never heard of it till you too, Danny.
I know you never heard of it until I did, but this guy owns 2 strip malls. He knows all about it. And he says, I never give free rent. You say, well, can't say that tomorrow, Shabazz. Look, I'm not going to beat you up, Dennis. You already said you could have done this far, far better, or you could hire the only person on planet Earth that does this. Dude, who negotiates for a car purchase, a house purchase, any lease, whether you're leasing a pizzeria or a national chain? The only people that do negotiating for you, the leasee, work for national franchises. No one does
in
this.
my culture,
Go ahead.
frowned upon to negotiate.
Who? I'm sorry?
I don't know why. In my culture, it was frowned upon to negotiate.
In your culture.
It
What
was
culture is that?
Well, my parents were Salvadoran. I'm Hispanic.
In the Hispanic culture, and let's just narrow it down to Salvador, never heard this, never ever heard this. I know about the lack of credit that goes back to certain religions. I know about fasting or not eating certain foods, but now you're telling me no need to stand up for yourself? What do you mean by that exactly?
I have a Jewish friend where, for them, negotiating is an art. They negotiate everything.
Okay,
They'll try to
we're
get
talking
a better
about
deal.
you, Dennis. We're talking about Salvador by way of South America.
I was never taught to negotiate, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that you can say, look, in my background, we open Christmas presents and everybody sets their hair on fire and then we perish. Oh, well, damn, never heard of it. But when you say, hey, my personal family unit, it wasn't a thing that we did, that's normal, bro. Now we're
I have
starting
a question for Dennis.
Now, let me finish this thought. Now we're starting to see we're starting to see A movie stars, right? Not B actors, but A film stars whose kids are coming up and acting. You say, oh, well, that's Will Smith's child. No wonder they're in acting. That's what happens in their house. They know each other. They know directors. Don't be jealous. It's harder for somebody off the street. And in your household, Dennis, growing up, maybe it wasn't frowned upon. It's just something you didn't do. You work on cars. I work on houses. All right, Calvin, shoot.
I was wondering if your yearly, does it go up yearly, your rent?
Not yearly, no.
So you're stuck at 1.7.
For the next 5 years.
Okay.
Look, I could ask you all the questions, Dennis, and beat you up and just twist the knife. But the point is, you've already admitted the one thing that's the most important thing is that you were so excited about owning a business that you were willing to cut corners and accept mistakes. Yes or no?
Yes.
You can't handle the truth. So we're not backing anybody into a corner. We're all on the same side here. Dennis, you have a massive leg up because you have a massive leg up because you didn't go out and buy a friggin' laundromat, dude. You didn't do it.
Yeah, you taught me that. 0.
Right. and we're going to talk about what you need to do to get that
I got all this
equipment.
equipment for free.
Right. Well, you're laughing about it. So
But
what
thank
was
you though, Danny? Thank you.
you're okay. Well, look, I'm a realist, and I get on here and I could have fluffed this whole thing. I'm directing this call, and I could have said to you, Dennis, how much did you make your first month in your free laundromat? I could say, Dennis, tell me about the cash and taking it to the bank. Dennis, how's your home life? Dennis, how many BJs? But I'm a realist. I want to know what you did, how you did it, what the realities are. People want to cut corners because they want to own a business. They want that feeling of owning it. Do you have a regular job?
No.
You need a fucking job. Go out and get a job. Go out and get a great job. Put your resumes out to do a thing and work on cars like you want to do. Because you can be earning $90,000 a year in a job and still have a dozen laundromats or more. You get your real estate license and flip houses and still, again, dude, your mistakes, what I'm hearing, and when you get on a consult with me, I want to hear about you. It's not, people think the course is one way. Calvin can attest to this. The course is, here's the course, here's what it is. It's me telling you things. When you get on the phone with me, it's Calvin, tell me about you. It'll be the same with you, Dennis.
Yeah.
And I'll probably beat your ass up and say, what are you doing? You're dragging. The only thing you do is excitedly go to that one laundromat and fix equipment and help customers. Do you have an attendant in there?
I do.
Contract attendant?
Danny, right now I'm also building a digital marketing agency. You saw how it said Amco Insurance?
Oh, God. I don't want to hear it. I don't have time to hear about your digital marketing agency, for
from
fuck's
home.
sake. Okay, good.
Hey, I want to help you.
No, don't need it. I don't market. I'm glad to hear. And you could have said, when I asked you if you had a job, you say no. What you should have said is, no, I'm building a company. So if that's a real thing, then good for you. Excellent.
Yes, it is.
Good. That's different. What was the quote? What did I say OBO stands for, Calvin?
Oh, shoot.
Somebody on the live will remember. Or bullshit
a good
otherwise.
one, too.
Or bullshit otherwise. I don't know. That's a negotiation tact that no one should ever take. $10,000 OBO. Everyone is going to go, when I burn down this live here in 2 seconds, into the comments on the video, and they're going to mention something about a or best offer. There's 50 of you, 53 on here right now. Don't let me down. Let's see 53 comments, kids, including you, Dennis, from your goddamn cell phone and your shitty laundromat. You too, Calvin. Not in the top chat, not in the top chat, in the comments on the video. So you have to wait until I end the stream, and then you're going to go over there, and we're all going to have great fun. It's a little thing that we do in order to mess with the new people. People all started jumping off. It's like,
Oh, he's ending it. I have to go watch kittens.
Hey, Danny, I just put
Yeah.
a brand new channel letter.
don't advertise on my channel.
No, I'm talking about for the laundromat.
You just did what?
I put brand new channel letters lit up. 'Cause
Brand
the previous owner had an old.
new channel letters. What?
Yeah, the sign up front. I bought a lit sign instead of a unlit sign.
Good man. I just told another guy in Texas that he had no sign. I told him you need to have giant neon letters that are very cheap. LAUNDRY. Done. People driving by. He had no sign. He's also got a small YouTube channel where he complains about all the fucking mistakes he made because he didn't talk to me. Not going to be you, Dennis, is it?
No. I'm 24 hours. I painted the walls white. Took out I listened to everything you said.
Dennis, I think you're adorable. I like your style. Any wife, any kids?
Wife, married 20 years.
Awesome.
No kids.
Okay. Well, wear boxer shorts.
I got you. Good looking.
Or best offer. All right, Calvin, reach out to the gal, Jennifer. Go gain entrance. Wear some sunglasses. Dennis, let's get on the phone. All the rest of you, I'm switching off. The toll-free number, you don't get me, so don't think you will. I'm switching it back to the office.
I know.
Bye.
Danny,
You have a good
Danny,
one.
Goodbye, Dennis. What's up, Calvin?
Goodbye.
but when should I schedule
Right now.
the next call for the?
Reach out to her.
No, I mean for you to schedule your next call.
Put
with
whatever
her.
you see in the document when you take the pictures.
Okay.
Goodbye.
All right.
OBO. Guys, not in the top chat. As soon as I end the stream here in 3 seconds, you go into the regular video and you comment there. There was, if you're watching the end of this video, the way people bounce around on YouTube and you watch the end, you need to watch the whole thing. Thank me later.